the interesting dinner that looks like it's going to occur between President Trump at the White House and an unlikely, maybe new friend. He says not a friend, but someone who's been very hard on the president, but has kind of seen the light a little in recent years. And that, of course, is television commentator, stand-up comedian, Bill Maher. This from President Trump just last night on Truth Social. I got a call from a very good guy and friend of mine, Kid Rock, asking me whether or not it would be possible for me to meet in the White House with Bill Maher, a man who has been unjustifiably critical of anything or anyone Trump. I really didn't like the idea much, and I don't like it much now, but thought it would be interesting. The problem is, no matter how much he likes your favorite president, me, he will publicly proclaim what a terrible guy I am. Very much like the Democrats at my recent address to the joint session of Congress, where I stand correctly that no matter what I said or did, they would stand, they wouldn't stand, they wouldn't applaud, they wouldn't smile or laugh, and certainly they wouldn't be in any way nice. Who knows, though? Maybe I'll be proven wrong. In any event, I'm doing a favor for a friend. I look forward to meeting with Bill Maher, Kid Rock, and I believe even the legendary Dana White will be present. It might be fun, or it might not, but you will be the first to know. So I'm pretty sure that came directly from President Trump.
You think?
I think that
a staffer write that and say
he may have been speaking it.
Or did he put it in Chat GPT and say, make it sound like me? Your
make it
president?
sound like me and make it a little concerned, but
Right.
I'm doing this for the greater good of the American people, because it really is what to me, that's what that is. It is actually being at the greater good of the American people. It's saying, let's sit down with people who have been, really opposed to us publicly. A guy who said, he was a dictator and so on and so on, over and over again. But now he's going to the White House to meet with him. That's a good sign for the country.
Well, I don't think that either Trump nor Bill Maher have anything to gain really from their base by this meeting. You think of sometimes the public meetings that turn into like a shouting match that are filmed or something. It's like, yeah, there's red meat for your base to see you being tough. I think that this, for Bill Maher, he can, I really feel like he means it when he's like, this could be a good thing for the country, because it definitely isn't a good thing for his most ardent supporters that think this is a terrible idea.
Yeah, they've already started to turn on him just for having some basically old school Democrat, true liberal theology.
Right.
True liberal beliefs. That has been an issue with his audience over the last few years. And we've seen it kind of creep into it to now. Like I said, if he had done this before, it would have been the end of his career because his audience had become so far left. Now he is getting a bit more from the moderate podcasty kind of world. So maybe that does help him a little. I don't think it helps him though it turns into some sort of shouting match, nor do I anticipate that it will. I think they're both, have similar backgrounds. I have a feeling this will be cordial and, both really funny guys. So we'll see.
Well, and I think also we say Bill Maher seems a little bit more moderated compared to the party. And I think it's important to point out for everyone, this doesn't mean that he is really what we would even consider a moderate. He is a liberal. He is definitely on far left of the political spectrum. But what separates him from the current party is he uses his brain and he can see things that are rational in the world. It doesn't mean that he believes the policies of conservatives, but he at least thinks about it instead of automatically writing everything off. There was this clip about the NPR PBS defunding that I think just showcases once again that if you're a rational Democrat or member of the left, then you can say things like this and it's like, oh, I agree. There can be common ground on issues, but it doesn't mean that you're all of a sudden a conservative or even are going to vote for someone.
You're just honest with yourself.
Yeah, I think we should play this though, because it's interesting to hear the rationalizing of what Republicans and conservatives have long thought about even NPR, which made so much news last week. This is Bite 12.
The heads of NPR and PBS testified before Congress this week amid accusations of liberal bias. Should the government continue to send taxpayer dollars to public broadcasters? Well, a little background here. I mean, they've been after them the Republicans have wanted to get rid of PBS for as long as I can remember. This crowd will probably do it. I mean, I also read my namesake, Catherine Maher, was head of NPR, and she said, we're completely unbiased. Give me a break, lady. I mean, they're crazy far left. So, I mean, I think we're past the age, really, where the government, first of all, why do we need to subsidize? Why can't we have outlets like this? And we're so polarized. These outlets became popular at a time when Republicans and Democrats didn't hate each other and weren't at each other's throats and didn't think each other was an existential threat. In that world, you can't have places like this, I think, anymore. They have to be private.
That's the big wake-up call to a lot of people, is that there are people like Bill Maher. And look, I'll even go back to maybe one of the first times we had Tulsi Gabbard on this show. She was still a Democrat. Maybe she had been an independent. And I kind of asked her, I go, does it not feel like our generation, and when I say our generation, people now that are getting close to or a little over 40, aren't necessarily always striving for, do I agree with this person? It's, do I believe that this person is being honest and are actually talking what they believe? They're not just parroting a party. They're not just parroting some sort of rhetoric. And look, I think that Republicans and conservatives have had those issues too, where I think there's a lot of that going on, where it needs to be, let's not just fall in line here, and whatever a certain administration says, you have to agree. Let's talk this out. But in these instances, when you had a Tulsi Gabbard who then moved, again, didn't necessarily move far to the right as much as felt abandoned by her party. I think the same was with Bill Maher. Again, not praising Bill Maher. I think he's a talented guy, a smart guy, even if when I disagree with him. And he's someone who clearly is thinking for himself. But I do think when you have a president like President Trump who's willing to do this, none of these kind of people probably would even be invited to a Biden White House. I don't think Bill Maher was being invited to do that. President Trump is willing to have those, I don't know, they're stirring moments, because it goes, oh, this is sort of out of left field. And I love, of course, for me, the entertainer in me is like, I love that this was set up by Kid Rock and Dana White will be there.
Right.
Like, those are like, that's an all-star cast right there.
That's right. And once again, even the humorous post on True Social that he put up, that's, it's probably won't be good. Maybe it will. You'll be the first to know. But just once again, everyone in the left and in the media tries to make it like Donald Trump is not in any way someone who could unite anything, but he's actually willing to have these conversations, and I don't see the other side willing to do that.
We are so excited to announce the ACLJ's brand new app, completely redesigned to provide you with the best tools available to partner with us at the ACLJ. You can watch the daily Seculo program, sign the petitions, customize your ACLJ membership experience, donate with the click of a button, and receive up-to-the-minute critical updates that the mainstream media can't censor. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to your phone's app store, search ACLJ, and click install. It's that simple.